moving around things, right? Like what I mean, organizing the files. And here we got Panda the Great OG files. So Panda the
Okay.
Great OG files are basically, all the ones that were at the home fucking uh screen, right?
Oh yeah,
Like chocolate or yeah, all that.
like archive
Yeah,
basically.
your archive, yeah, yeah. And I did yours for what is it? Water and the big Bluetooth. Uh, in terms of like the with 4 points.
Nice.
Where is this other one? There. And also I did the other two ones with no without like the 4 points, which will be where is it? Let me go to Albion Enjoyers. Then here we have Panda Type 1, Type 2 test, and here is the water one and big Bluetooth for you. Also, uh, in my opinion, after seeing the way we're working with data, I mean you're the expertise in this matter, but I think that getting 4 points is not the most optimal thing. Like instead of like using 4 points for the data like you've been doing, and the how you've been like setting it, like saying to like the rules that you have implemented for the 4 days is the ones that I've been following, right? Like the 4 days prior, in terms of like average, and 4 days forwards. I think it'll be better if you use like 2 or 3 days, in my opinion. I think it'll be more accurate results, but up to you. Uh,
Well, a lot of things have an effect even on the fourth day.
I guess, but yeah. Uh, I was gonna say, yeah, you're right. Maybe just better with 4 days, but yeah. For here, let me check. Yeah, I did the water and big Bluetooth for you for the type 1 and 2 error, and then the one for 2 points, and then for myself I did the ones that you told me. Well, I did even one more because I still had a little bit time left, so I ended up doing the water too. Wait, where is it? Oh, here. So I ended up doing creatine, heat, lycopene, and water, and then I
Okay,
wrote
cool.
the fucking results here for you. Uh, you wanna go through the results or something like that?
Wait, go back, go back. Uh, yeah, wait. I'm looking at it. Yeah. So there's like no fucking difference between the paired test and uh, just a normal test, not assuming distribution.
Yeah.
But they're slightly better than the t-test, I guess, because I guess t-test has one more error than the other ones, but otherwise the other ones have the same stuff.
Yeah.
I guess like on a hair, like
What I
the
wa-
only time
what I was
they hit
thinking with what gone?
hit hair is
Yeah.
the only one that's different, and where like the other two are correct and the t-test is incorrect, and that's the
Yeah.
only difference between the tests. On
Um.
all other points they have the same result.
Yep. And in regards to let me check.
But it's amazing that it's always it's like so it's like amazes me that how close it is to 30%. I think I redid it the thing, and it just ended up around 30%, and it's
Huh.
like we're using alpha 30%, and then we end up with like a 30% error. It's kind of like
Yeah.
really surprised me that it actually like there's it kind of works.
Yep.
Like at 5 points we were like 30% of the time wrong.
Yeah. Do you want me to show you the results of the water 4 points and the Bluetooth?
Yeah, yeah. If we can go through everything.
Like, as in how? Okay, well.
It's just that I guess it's just the three graphs per
Oh
variable,
yeah. Okay.
and I think there's what like five variables or something
There you
altogether.
go. First
What is this?
value is this is water. I mean Bluetooth, big Bluetooth. Uh, big Bluetooth, and the upper one we have a negative 0.78. I mean negative 0.763, and the bottom one we have negative 0.857.
Okay. Yeah, if you wanna scroll. What's okay? This is number
Number
prior.
prior or more versus zero blue.
Red is more.
Yeah. It's healthier. Oh, no, blue is healthier. Blue is healthier.
I mean, they're really similar in that. Um. Okay.
Wait, apparently it's still fucking evaluating or something. Let's wait it out.
Can you zoom in, please?
No. Okay, they fully updated. Wait. Let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah. Okay. The upper one values are fine. Okay. In the
Can you zoom in?
yeah.
Like double, double or triple.
Yeah. My computer is processing the zooming
Right.
request. Okay. There you go. Can you see it?
Nice. Yeah, I can see it much better.
Blue in this one is blue in this one is healthier.
Wait, let me check. Red more than zero. Oh, this is prior. Okay. Yeah. Oh wait. Go back one more time. To that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. I mean this one. This one. Yeah. Yeah. Like if there's like a few big Bluetooth days, then the first day of this Bluetooth, is quite a bit, on a healthy side, from like all the previous days of Bluetooth,
Mm.
and then like it kind of loses that effect as the days go on. Okay, if you can go lower. Let's see.
You got a good
Um.
hit, remember?
Well, we need to run the random number
Oh
generator.
yeah. I thought that we had already like proved that for you in terms
For
of like
you.
okay.
I would still have to double check it for me. We proved water because we did water like for me, like almost right after you, because I think you were getting really good results.
Yeah.
But okay, so this is forward, right?
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, we can go to the next variable. I think that's all there is to it.
Okay. Water.
Wait, give me a second. Let me check something. 7, 8. Okay.
Talking about water, so like I don't remember which state. There was some sort of incident with like the train rails and having biohazard fucking chemicals in it, and there was some sort of like clash, and an explosion, and the fucking the chemicals contaminated like some random town. Like the rain became like fucking acidic. It became fucking what is it called? Radioactive rain, right? And shit like that. And apparently it also poisoned the water streams of that place. And the government, this happened recently, but like apparently the government, it didn't want to be responsible for like helping the people right away and shit like that. And the corporation behind the fucking issue, they said that everything was under control, but the citizens that live in that town were saying that, yeah, no, nothing isn't under control. There is a fucking shit show going on and stuff like that. And like people are having to go to the hospital and they're ill and whatnot, and people are getting sick when they drink the fucking what is it called, the tap water, right? And apparently to like demonstrate, the governors and some sort of like CEO of the association of the water industry of that town or that state or whatever the fuck, they went to like some random people's houses that live in that town, and they pretended to drink the fucking water, the tap water, to reassure the fucking citizens that live in that town, that the water is 100% safe and drinkable, and free from harmful substances. But in the video, they're not even drinking it. They barely touch their fucking lips with their fucking. Like they don't even drink it. They just pretend they're drinking it, and you can clearly see it. Like they even know that they don't want to be near that fucking water.
Yeah, that's
God knows what fucking kind of chemicals is in that water.
yeah.
But yeah, it's updated. Can you see it?
Yep, yep, I see. What the fuck is that? Wait, why is the first point so? Why is the? Is it for me or for you?
For you. Because you only had like 4 days prior for like that's what I'm telling you. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like in this one, you only had in 4 days prior, you only had like one
But that's
point.
what we said. But let me see. But that's what we said. We just used 2 days prior.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I thought that you were only talking about myself, not yours.
No, like anytime there is a problem, I guess. I see. Yeah, it's just all fucking minus 0.83 on the previous day, huh?
Yeah, yeah, because didn't really have that many 4 days prior on that one, so. And I was thinking, okay, you want me to use 4 points on yours all the time, so okay, I'll just use your 4 points because that's the golden rule that you told me, and yeah, yes.
Gotcha.
So I can obviously fix it, but do you want me to use 2 days, 3 days? That's what I was saying. Yeah, if we use 2 3 days, it'll be way better.
Hmm. Kind of seems like we should fucking use like maybe even 1 day.
Yeah, that's what I. It's way better, in my opinion.
Yeah. 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 I think you're right. Okay. Okay, but still, let's check out the second and third graph,
Okay.
or actually first as well. We can like see how it changes over the 4 days. Yeah. Okay. What, wait. Uh,
Huh.
I
One
mean,
day.
obviously, drinking every day
Wait,
is better
one day
than.
or two or 2 days?
Uh, I guess 1 day might make more sense.
One day?
Because really we're comparing 1 day before to like 1 day after, 2 days after. So we're not really comparing 1 day before to to an average. We're like comparing 1 day to 1 day, 1 day to 1 day.
Yeah, yeah. So
So like since I guess it doesn't really make sense if we're like doing one day at a time in a forward direction to like just average out the previous direction.
Yeah.
Either.
Okay. So, I said, so it will be like here 1 day, right? And in the
Yeah.
four
Yeah.
forwards will be 4 days, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But no, I guess no more averages for the previous days.
Yeah, that way it makes more sense.
Yeah.
You're with me
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah. If you said it before, then I guess you're right.
Yeah, I told you. You don't remember that I told
Uh,
you?
I don't.
Oh,
But
I
it's.
told you
I mean,
today.
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised either. But no, go up here. No, go up to the third one. Third
I
row.
told you like 40 minutes, like 30
Yeah,
minutes
there.
ago, Brusky. That it will make way
Oh,
more
I might
sense
have
if we
missed it.
use like 1 or 2 days. But then you were like, no, using 4 days is more important. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, man. Yeah, water just seems like just drink it every day. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it for water.
yeah. You want me to go through mine? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is kind of like a recent thing I did. This like notebook. So I guess I haven't really like optimized it for the data analysis.
Yeah. Now that I have a bit more of experience, in my opinion, well, obviously not as you, but like I gain a little bit more of experience, obviously because of you. To me, what makes a lot more sense it's if we use like 1 to 3 days prior, like one or like three, like I just told you before. You were like, yeah, actually it makes sense, and before you were like, no, it doesn't make fucking sense. uh,
No, I didn't. I don't think I said it doesn't make sense. I think maybe I said
you said that it was more optimal
might not be
using
as
four
good.
days. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in theory, it might be more optimal, right? But like, we don't really have that much data to fucking do optimal.
Yeah,
Like, because we have so little data, like, we actually like lose out. Like, we just increase our error.
yeah, yeah,
um, so this is creating for you. So let's go to all points first. I
yeah,
didn't. Okay, so this is all points. I think, right? No, that would be right. Higher. We're missing one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just kind of, you get the big effect right away and then kind of wears off. Okay,
but it
let's go to the
remains
next
in
one.
the low levels, right?
Yeah, yeah, it still remains like beneficial even on the fourth day. You still get, feeling the benefit of it. No, no, you missed one. We'll go back. Yeah, well, yeah, it's something. Oh, it just doesn't. Wait, let me see. I'll go up a little bit, just a little bit. No, wait. I'm looking at the code. Yeah, it just doesn't have anything that's
Meaningful.
zero prior.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just all points. Okay. And then forward, there's a little bit of difference. Um, uh, yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. Might just not be enough points. Okay, cool.
Next one.
Yep, yep. I mean, looking at all points, it just looks like yeah, taking it every day might be the way to go.
Yeah, because that's how you're
Because
meant to take it.
yeah. Well, you never know. Like, it's not something that they test. They just test it, every day. Like, they fucking never test every other day or anything like that. And some things are better skipped once in a while.
Okay. Yeah. Yep, that's true. I mean, I
And most of
wonder
the
if
time, the fucking dose they decide also is just from like rat studies.
I wonder if like that has to do with like the corporation, the pharmaceutical corporations that make them, right? And when they do the laboratories and the scientists do scientific studies about it, they have to like, I don't know, sign up some leisure, some sort of contract that tells them that they're only allowed to fucking test that substance if they take in a certain amount. Like they gotta take them like every day. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just coming up with fucking theories, conspiracy theories, but I don't know. Deep down, I think that some pharmaceutical companies and whatnot, they just want you to take the most quantity out of something and daily so they can make more profit out of it.
I don't know. I think they're just too lazy to like investigate any farther. They're like, oh, it's beneficial. Let's just fucking sell it to everybody.
Okay. So you don't
Who
think
gives a
that
fuck
is
about it?
mainly or merely also because of profit? It's only
No,
because
I don't think so. I
laziness.
think they're just too stupid.
Uh,
Like, they just don't look any farther.
oh, okay.
They're like, oh, it's. I mean, yeah, like fucking. Yeah, it's healthy for rats at this dose. Let's just do like some math on the calculator to like convert it to the human dose and sell that, and then like spend no more money on research. Because like research costs money, and if they wanted to like do more research on like optimal dose or whatever, it would cost more money. But they got their effect, positive effect, and that's all they need to sell the shit.
Yeah.
There's like no reason to do extra expenses. What is this?
Hit.
Hit. Um, yeah, hit doesn't really seem to like last past like 1 day effect.
Oh,
Okay.
when it's. Mm, I mean, shouldn't we try again only using like 1 day for my days as well rather than two?
Yeah, that would be a good fix for everything. I mean, for all of them, really. Yeah, because we always use so little data. Like, it's just not enough data to have a lot of 4 days, when we didn't use it.
Yeah.
So this is, you missed one. You missed the previous one. Okay, yeah. It's just the same as all points. Okay. Um, Forward. Oh, it kind of looks like it recoils. Like you get one healthy day, and then on the second day it's actually like worse, and third and fourth. Uh,
The fourth one
Unless you just
low
keep
it
doing it.
goes down though.
Well, but the red one is when you just keep doing it. But like if you just do it and that's it, that's the blue one. You get like when you might be getting like a withdrawal on the fucking day 2, 3, and 4.
Hmm.
But okay. Oh, that was just we just do 3 graphs. That's it. Nothing. None of the other ones make sense. But can we get together in like 15 minutes or 20 minutes? Because I'm ready to hit the road.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I guess you can do your fucking random number generator for the hit.
Okay. Let me do it really quick. Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Here we can tell this is clearly healthy, it maintains itself in the negative zero point 0.2 range. It's very,
and
very stable.
and it looks like the effect is long lasting. Like
Yeah.
into the fourth day, it's like not really wearing off.
Yep. Uh, Also here we can also tell it's telling you that prior and forwards it also tends to be. I mean, it tends to be like healthy, right? Like overall compared to
Just
like
having
numbers.
junk every day,
Yeah, yeah,
you end up with a lower value on on the day you take it. If you've been drinking every day, and then you take it, you end up with much lower value than you haven't been drinking, and you drink.
yeah,
I mean, it kind of dips, more dramatically if that's the first time you actually hydrated yourself. Like the blue line just kind of
yeah,
dumps really low. But if you have been drinking, you start really low already, and kind of is quite a bit low.
yeah, yeah. Here it also seems like it maintains itself steady.
And it's like a steady decrease. If you drink every day, it just keeps getting better and better the more you drink,
Yeah, yeah.
like gradually going down
Gradually
into the fourth
until
day.
it be at like negative fucking 4 points. Yeah, can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it does kind of look like it's starting to level off at the third and fourth. Like it's like going less down between three and four. I mean, still going down. So it might level off somewhere just pretty close to where the fourth point is
yeah, yeah.
if you just drink every day. Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
next. Yeah, yeah. Okay, no like a pen.
Way to remember about water. Just do it twice. Look at them twice. That's the best way to remember it in the future.
Yep, we shall look at it twice. How do you feel? Like in terms of now that you are
I haven't
drinking
got.
water? No, no differences.
Uh, I was gonna say I got like a slight headache after the hit. Well, once I started driving, I mean it kind of wore off now. I wonder if it was about the water because I drank some water and I feel like it like relieved it.
Yeah, I mean,
But
definitely you're meant to consume some liquids after exercising, but you gotta make sure that they're not like extremely fucking cold. You know, they gotta make sure that they're ambient temperature and not too much. Like start with like a few
yeah.
sips, two, three, four, and then weigh it off for like another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then just drink as much as you can.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. What is this one? Lycopene?
Yep.
Lycopene is kind of weird. Uh, well, I guess it's a little bit like hit, like like you get a really big effect the first time you take it, and then it kind of slowly wears off up to the day four. Like it's much shorter lasting than getting a good hydrated day,
Yeah, yeah.
which is fucking amazing.
But
Like
it
you would never
bounces
think that
down though. Like literally, it goes
I mean
from
like
like yeah, first day is very healthy, then it goes back to like normal parameters or almost no significant fucking mean or statistical means, and then it goes downwards.
well, I feel like the
Crazy.
second, third, and fourth points are more like a little bit of a random error. So like if you just like draw a line through all of the points, kind of the line would kind of go up. It would start low,
Are
and
we
if you just draw a straight line through all of them,
are we doing like a fucking trend line of
trend line.
charts? Yeah, like this. Psh. You think that it'll be bounce?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just bouncing up and down around the trend line. If you put a trend line in the middle, I think that it's just random error that's bouncing up and down.
I mean,
Because it wouldn't really make sense for it to go up to zero on day two and day three, and for some reason to go down
yeah,
on the day four.
yeah, you're
So I
right.
think it's just about bouncing around like a
The trend
trend
line,
line.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so, is this what's this one?
Like opinion?
This is forward. Or I feel like wait, was there what about prior? Oh, the prior was all points. The forward is all points. Was it just not a lot of points for Lycopene?
No, there was not a lot of points. Or five.
Because yeah, it seems like yeah, we didn't get like any points where you just like haven't taken it in previous 4 days or have only taken one in forward days. But it's fine.
What do you? I mean, how? I mean, I did put like the previous. Uh, We're just gonna.
No, it's just by happenstance, like it just by chance, because it's random number generated. There just wasn't such such a point where you haven't taken it in the previous 4 days of Lycopene, and there
Oh,
wasn't a point where you've taken it and then you haven't taken it in the next 4 days or whatever.
okay.
It's yeah, it's just a random number generator in a result. It's fine. Yeah, we only get one graph out of it really.
Uh, Creating heat like in water. Yeah. And then I did yours, and here is the data from
That's still that's still pretty cool. Like I mean, like it basically means that if you take Lycopene now, like you'll still have some of the effect in day four. Like it won't be as much, but
yeah, it
it'll
looked
still be
like a good like
um
20 percentage downwards decrease in terms of like improvement.
yeah, yeah.
Well, from that chart, if you're basing our percentages in that chart, and the midpoint is obviously like zero, it looked like a good 20 something
Yeah,
percentage.
yeah. Hey,
Okay.
when you did your health index, did you put all like a lot of your data in and evaluate it? You didn't like do three at a time, right?
What do you mean?
Well, because there was only like what like 3 or 4 points like in a template that I made. But you put like 12 or 15 of your points, right? And then you shift 10 to evaluate, and you got your health indexes.
I used 4 days, like you told me.
No, no, like to convert your memory and happiness into health indexes.
Oh, like yeah, I used like okay, so I used like three. Okay, so what I did, right? Uh, uh wait, no, not this. For example, here, right? Uh,
Yeah,
I mean here. I grab like these three numbers. I put them where in the interpol the the file that you're meant to do the formula, right? That solves that gives you the health index, basically the formula to get the health
yeah.
index. It put the first three, then first three, then I mean the second
So
first.
you did them. So you did them three at a time.
No, I did four at the time. Like
Okay.
one, two.
It would be more correct to do all like at least like 10 at the time or more.
Oh yeah. So what I did is like I did like one, two, three, four. You told me to use four though in the video that I recorded. I watched it twice, and I'm like, "Can I do four?" And yeah, you can do four, and that's the only thing you told me. You never told me it.
Yeah.
I,
Um.
I can show you the video.
I mean, it's still is like in the ballpark of being correct. But it might be more accurate if you put like at least like 10 or 12 because
Do you want me to
it like
redo
scale
it?
it kind of scales it.
I
No,
did
I
like.
guess I guess don't worry about redoing it. It's still close enough the way you did it.
Okay.
But I mean, when you do the next health point, just keep
Yeah,
adding it to the end. Yeah, just uh, don't delete the previous ones. Just keep adding it to the end.
yeah, I will for sure, broski.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I'm gonna show you the little bit of health research that I did. Um, I mean, it wouldn't take that long. Okay, non-communicable diseases are caused by a combination of social and individual factors, including genetics, environments, behaviors, and socioeconomic status. Certain behaviors, such as tobacco use, alcohol consumption, an unhealthy diet, and lack of physical activity, are a major risk of factors for non-communicable diseases. Um, Not getting enough physical activity is a significant risk factor for cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. mental health issues, chronic health conditions, and obesity. Sedentary behavior, which is different from physical inactivity, is defined as activities that require less energy than moderate to vigorous physical activity. It is estimated that nearly half um, of the adults and 2 billion people worldwide are overweight or obese. So obesity increases the incidence of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, high cholesterol, and hypertension. Numerous studies have been conducted to identify the levels of physical activity required to reduce the risk of non-communicable diseases. The World Health Association has recommended moderate to vigorous physical activity as the ideal levels for maintaining health and preventing diseases. The Sedentary Behavior Research Network defines physical inactivity as not meeting the recommended levels of physical activity. It is essential to understand that sedentary behavior and physical inactivity are two different concepts. Sedentary behavior is a factor for non-communicable diseases, and physical inactivity is an indicator of insufficient physical activity. Um,
I don't get the difference. What is
uh,
it again? Or I
like,
might have missed the difference.
okay, how can I put it to you? So, like sedentary behavior, right? Are you listening?
Yeah.
Um, okay. So like sedentary behavior, right? It's like sort of like how can I will like label it here? Like doing things that don't require a lot of energy. In other words, like you still do some physical activity, but not really anything. Like for example, it could be um um
Okay, so sedentary is like low average activity over the entire day
yeah,
versus non-sedentary is like higher average activity during the day,
yeah,
where lack of physical activity is like lack of straight up exercise.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And basically the study in 2006 of the Catalan Health Survey, which is a it was a cross-sectional study, and the survey included 4,818 people from Catalonia, Spain, with an equal number of men and women ranging from 0 to 99 years old. Yes, that's what it said. Participants in confidentially form the participants sign a confidentiality form provided by the Department of Health, and their information was kept anonymous. The data was collected in two waves within 2016. This is a statistical analysis of the 95 confidence interval and sampling error of plus 1.4 percentage. Only people who were at least 15 years old were capable of completing the survey themselves. Were included. Two exclusions criteria were used. Respondents who reported an average daily sitting time of less than 60 minutes or more than 260 minutes per day, and respondents who answered I do not know or not answer to any of those variables of interest included in the analysis. The results of the studies indicate that sitting for prolonged periods of time, specifically between 3 to 5 hours per day and more than 5 hours per day, is associated with increased risk of developing certain health conditions. A total of 3,320 people with ages of greater than neutral or greater than 15, so 15 to above years old were included in the study. Sitting more than 5 hours per day was associated with a higher risk of cardiovascular disease, and the given value was 1.90 out of the values. Like imagine um like the left is 1.25 and the right side is like 2.97, and basically people people that sit for more than 5 hours a day have like 1.90 times higher chance of getting a cardiovascular disease. And for the respiratory disease, it was 1.61, and the ranges are 1.13 to 2.30.
That's pretty amazing.
And for multimorbidity, which is basically having like multiple, like two or more chronic diseases, it was 2.80 out of like 1.53 to 5.15. Um, so sitting for more than 3 hours a day was also associated with higher risk of multimorbidity. Um,
Was it just association, or was it like um did they correct it at like, was it like they looked at them at one point and then they looked at them at the second point in life, or was it just a cross section, I guess, which means, they looked at them only once? Like, did they look at each person like twice, like at, like, say, at one point, and then like 1 year later, or it
it
was
was
just
cross
they looked at
sectional.
everyone once? Cross sectional, okay.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
I mean, uh wouldn't that kind of, make sense? Like, if you're morbid, like, let's say you're like morbidly obese, or like you're unhealthy and you don't feel good, you would sit more. Where if you're like healthier and you have more energy to do things, you would sit less.
yeah. Yeah, that has to do with it. But like, what was I gonna say? Uh, yeah, but also I think it has to do with, in terms of people's professions, or whether they procrastinate or whatnot. I think it has to do with that, and the fact that people do not have the awareness, or they don't have the will to like get themselves up for like 2 3 minutes every like 2 3 hours, like, that's it's recommended to do it like once every 1 to 2 hours, and I usually end up doing it like every 2 to 2 hours and a half for like 2 3 minutes. I just like stretch, I move my body around, and I sit down again, because yeah, like I definitely myself feel like a difference, on top of that, when I sit down, my back doesn't feel as kind of sore. It feels like more relieved. How can I explain it? I definitely feel more awakened, and I definitely feel a difference in terms of physically speaking. I'm able to like sit down, have a better posture, feel less discomfort on my back. It's in my opinion good, and on top of that, it's unhealthy to sit for too long and not move. In my opinion, like one person that I knew in particular, um, he was kind of like a friend, and he used to like sit a lot of like throughout his entire day without doing any physical exercise, with barely getting out of his room and shit like that. All he used to do was play video games, no exercise, no nothing, just sit down and play video games, right? Barely moving. The fucker barely fucking move, right? And she ended up dying. And like it turns out that in like the fucking what is it called, um what is it fucking called, what's it called when they examine the bodies
Oh,
once they are dead? Autopsy, yeah, the autopsy. In the
autopsy, yeah.
autopsy, they figure out that it had to do with like, you know something else. I don't remember exactly the
Pancreas.
no, 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 it was no, that was like a different one. It's
What? You had someone else die?
Yeah, two people in particular too. But one was,
Shit.
yeah, the pancreas one was because of the coffee, and the second guy that I knew, it was because of his lack of exercise. Like one because he was
Was it?
consuming fucking coffee like it was water, and the other one was because of he wasn't moving.
Was the other one you like met? Just like where was he from?
Uh, the one that died for sitting too long and not doing anything,
Yeah,
being
yeah,
very sedentary and shit.
yeah.
From like Czech Republic. Yeah,
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh my god. If I if I'll die, I won't even be surprised.
I don't think that you will die. I mean, I think that as long as you're not doing unhealthy habits. I mean, they died for a
Kidding me? I'm
fucking
a fucking
reason.
truck driver. Truck driving is unhealthy by fucking default.
Yeah, yeah, but like I told you, like at least you're
Yeah, it's
exercising
fine.
now. You're exercising now. You're drinking water. Those people were doing multiple unhealthy things at the time. Like that guy was like smoking. He was living basically of fucking um what is it
Yeah,
called,
it's cool.
crackers. Yeah, I know, but I'm just explaining their unhealthy habits and like what led them to that. I mean, I think
Yeah,
it's interesting. I don't know if you want to hear it.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so basically, the guy that he will like barely fucking move, right? And he'll just play video games. He'll be like smoking nicotine. He'll be barely fucking drinking liquids, and whenever he'll drink something, it will be like just kind of fucking soda. And sometimes he used to also drink energy drinks and just soda. He used to eat like cookies, shit like that all the time. And sometimes pasta and cookies. That's the only shit that he used to eat. Sometimes fucking hamburgers. No exercise. He will like barely sleep sometimes, as far as I'm concerned. And uh, yeah, like he didn't give a fuck. Like you could tell him like 1,000 times, yo, what the fuck, what you're doing is unhealthy. He will not give a single fuck. And
Yeah,
yeah, like basically,
yeah,
he did that to himself. And for the
yeah.
second case, which was the guy that died from the pancreas. He had already like the pancreas issue for some time, and he refused to go to the fucking doctors. And he was consuming like his diet was basically like a shit ton of fucking coffee, right? Um, shit ton of like junk food in general. Like all the time, he used to be eating junk food. Not all the time, but like let's say 70
Like
percentage of
like
the
what?
time. Um,
Like shit?
yeah, like chips, like fucking hot dogs. He was not fat or anything like that. He was like slightly chubby, just very very slightly, right? And
Yeah,
he used to consume a lot of fucking junk food. Sometimes used to his cook his healthy shit, but like barely. We're talking like 30 70 30 30 healthy, 70% percentage unhealthy, right? And on top of that, I mean, he did drink, kind of like moderately in a way, like I don't know, not that much, but he
like
did used to,
alcohol.
yeah, yeah, he used to drink beers, like
Did
probably
he stop drinking beers and then he died?
no, he was drinking throughout the entire time, like probably let's say like 3 times a week, like I don't know, like 1 to like 3 beers. Uh,
Yeah.
and what else? What else do I remember what he sold?
But
Uh,
I wonder what changed, right? Like close to when he died. Like, did he like change anything in his life and then he died?
I
That
mean,
like
like the
you know,
previous three
did he like
weeks.
stop some doing something?
Mm, I mean,
Like
I'm trying
stop
to.
eating pizza or like fucking I don't know, like stop drinking or like did he like stop something?
Mm, I mean, I don't think that what he was eating the most was pizza. It was like hot dogs. What like his main source, or like his favorite food, like hot dogs, and like what else did he used to eat? like fries and hamburgers and shit like that. Pizzas too, but not as often, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a shitty diet for sure.
yeah, and but let
Um,
me tell you, like what I recall that he did differently.
hot dog is a bunch of fucking pig in between the two breads.
Yeah,
It's hot dogs are made
it's
of.
just waste, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I remember like some guy was like a vegan guy doing a presentation on why veganism is super healthy. He was like, well, they were like, he was like, basically like going through the research and scientific studies and all. There was like a study where like they were saying that maybe adding like fucking ground seeds of grapes could like improve the health, like the horrible health,
Of human
effects of
beings.
a hot dog or like of like basically like pork meat
Yeah, yeah.
and sausages. And then they were like, but it seemed like people didn't want to have that extra taste
Portion.
or texture or whatever
Oh,
in it. And the guy was joking. He was like, yeah, like there's a fucking pig's anuses in that fucking hot dog, but like put a little powder of fucking ground seeds and they're like, ew, gross. And so like every time,
why will anyone dislike the texture of fucking grapes? Like, what's wrong with them? Like, they're so scrumptious.
I know, yeah, that's why he was like laughing at it so hard, and it was like kind of pretty like, yeah, like I can it's still stuck in my mind. They're like he's like, yeah, they're like fucking eating pigs' anuses in that hot dog, but you put some fucking powder, and they're like, ew, gross.
I barely eat sausages or hot dogs, probably like I don't know, once a month,
Yeah,
something like that. And like,
yeah.
let me tell you something. There is some hot dogs that they taste fine and stuff like that, but the majority, like if you're buying something like decent quality, not like like low quality tier in terms of like buying a sausage from like um a hot dog's cart, like or fast food restaurant. If you eat it by itself and you taste it, it tastes like shit. That's why they put so many additives, so many sauces and shit like that to kind of like mask off the shitty fucking taste of it. So I cannot understand
Mm.
how people can be like, ugh, the texture, the flavor of fucking grapes. When on top of that, it can literally counterattack the detrimental effects of eating fucking hot dogs. Like, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't know,
yeah,
it's
I mean,
retarded. People are
I
stupid.
think yeah, obviously, like yeah, like I think hot dogs are like super fucking tasty, right? But obviously, like they're super fucking shitty for your body.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I like fucking when I was at home, like fucking wife and like that's what I hate raising a kid with a woman and like it not really being your kid is that like even if you don't fucking believe that the kids should eat fucking candy and hot dogs and shit and there shouldn't be fucking hot dogs in your house or like junk food,
Hmm.
like it doesn't fucking matter because she's gonna have all that shit
Uh,
in the house and then you're not going to be able to resist it when it's always in front of you and when it's like a social event and she like fucking gets makes everybody have a hot dog.
yeah, yeah. I think that in my opinion, in terms of like diets, I remember reading some sort of psychological article that talks about how basically when you prevent or prohibit your like people or kids whatnot from doing certain things, they end up desiring it even more. So like if you prohibit a kid to not consume candies at
Heroin.
all, yeah, like
They will want
heroin,
to do heroin.
yeah, yeah, cocaine and
That logic breaks down really fast.
well, I'm talking more about like common things like candy or I don't know, like certain foods or whatnot.
uh,
They're more
it
gonna
doesn't matter, man.
what?
A thing is a thing. If you don't let the kid eat the thing, you said he'll desire it more, which
Yeah, yeah.
you don't let him eat the fucking heroin, he's gonna want heroin.
That's why there is so many fucking
That's
junkies
totally not true.
and
That's 100% fucking not true because like candies
I
are
read
fucking
something like
addictive in
that,
themselves. Yeah,
but maybe
complete
it's
bullshit.
untrue.
Because like candies are like fucking made to be addictive. Like they're fucking made to be addictive. So like you eat one, you want to eat fucking more, and then you'll crave it the next day. So like not eating it is like fucking not drinking. You're not gonna like crave it nearly as much.
Mm.
Like your fucking body will not fucking crave it nearly because it's a fucking drug. Like your body will crave it. They make it that way.
Yeah.
So
Uh
like,
huh.
not letting kids eat it is basically letting them not be junkies
Yeah, yeah, that's
to
true.
start with.
I mean, I never perceived candies that way. I think that I overall had how can I put it? I was never dependent on candy. Like I have like self control when it
Yeah.
comes to the consumption of candy. Like I don't know. Sometimes I eat candy.
But
Not
if you hadn't been eating candies at all, I don't think you would have been like dreaming about having a candy.
hmm. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, yeah, that's true. Although I don't know.
I don't think you would have had a withdrawal without even having it.
I don't know, but like anecdotally speaking, have you not ever heard about like people talking about how they were never allowed to do this certain thing or whatnot because of their parents' strict fucking rules? And then for the rest of their life it sort of like becomes like part of their bucket list or some sort of like psychological trauma that they gotta do it, otherwise they feel like they haven't like lived. I don't know, I have heard about shit like that, like people that are not allowed to have pets, or people that are not allowed to do certain things, like they
Well, I mean,
genuinely
it's
feel like they gotta do it.
it again goes back to like healthy versus unhealthy. Like, pets are, considered healthy. So like not letting kid have a pet, is not really ideal
Yeah, that's true.
to start with.
Yeah, all right.
But nice thing when you take things to extremes. It's like, becomes more clear. Like if something is confusing, you just take it to an extreme, and then the answer is a bit more clear.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not sure, just like take it to the extreme. Fucking heroin.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. I'm trying to reminisce on like some of like not some of the strict rules that my parents implemented on me when I was younger. What?
I don't
Uh,
think I had any fucking strict rules.
I think I
To be
did.
honest,
Uh,
the only fucking strict rule was don't fucking stay in the same place for too long,
oh yeah.
or you might find friends.
Okay. I used to be so embarrassed about this. Okay, so I went to like swimming classes, right, when I was like little for like a little bit. I was like 7, and I went to swimming classes for like 3, 4, no, like 4 months, right? Like 3 times a week for like 1 hour, something like that. And I learned how to swim, right? Right. And you know, in family gatherings or whatnot, vacations where there will be like a swimming pool. Um, my parents were too
You'll be too
paranoid.
busy
No, no, no,
hugging your aunts,
no, no,
your
no,
aunts' friends.
no, no, no. Basically, my parents and their relatives and whatnot, they were just chilling, and all my cousins were at the swimming pool, and my parents will not allow me to fucking to get into the swimming pool if I wasn't wearing like a not like a lifesaver, like they're like some sort of like floating things that you put around your fucking biceps.
Oh yeah, yeah, floaties.
Floaties, yeah, yeah, floaties. But they already knew how to fucking swim, and they didn't allow me to fucking swim without those thingies until I was like 12 or like 11 years old. But they already knew how to swim, you know. And like the rest of my cousins were like, "Ah, look at that fucking retard! He's still wearing floaties."
And so now because of that, you will never wear floaties in the swimming pool again, huh?
Yeah, I'll never do it.
you you'll show them.
Listen, listen.
You'll
If
just you'll specifically take those floaties with you to the swimming pool and just like throw them on the ground
yeah, yeah.
before you.
I used to do some hilarious shit. Like even like let's imagine, right? That they had a fucking kid or something like that. Like let's suppose that they had fucking kid. And this kid is like 7, 8 years old, and I took him to fucking swimming classes, but he didn't learn. And there was like a family gathering, or I don't know, some sort of place where there is a swimming pool, right? and he wants to get in the swimming pool, but he doesn't know how to fucking swim without the floaties. I will just fucking dose the fucking kid without the fucking floaties. Be
Like
like, learn, fucker,
you have like
learn. No, I'm joking. What?
you have like you have like toddler in your arms. You know he can barely walk, and
Yeah,
then you come near the swimming pool, and he like reaches with his hands to swimming pool like he wants to go there, and you're like sure, and you just throw him in the swimming pool.
yeah,
Like my
uh,
parents did let me do what I wanted, but
yeah,
you want to go in the swimming pool. There you go, baby.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
That will fucking traumatize that baby. He'll fucking
yeah,
never reach for anything in his
yeah.
life.
That's fucking true, bro. Come on, bro. You must have like at least one thing.
I mean, sort of. I mean, I guess when I was young, like they were like, it would be hot, super hot outside and everything, and they would be like, oh, you can only be in the water for like, like fucking, 15 minutes or some shit. They would like really limit how long I could be in the water. But like I don't feel like I was, like now, like I want to stay extra in the water if I'm near it.
Mm, I see.
So like I don't know how that.
That works.
Uh, yeah, I mean I don't think that works at all like that. I mean I mean in some cases I'm not saying that in all cases or most cases, but I'm sure at least in some cases people just make an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
They're like fucked up and they're like, well, it must be from my past, something my parents did or some shit.
Yeah,
It's like really an excuse for why they are already fucked up.
yeah, yeah.
Which I mean I mean I'm not saying most of them or all of them. I'm just saying it must be some.
Yeah, I mean, probably, there is like a percentage that we don't really know about. Like some of it, them it might actually be due to trauma, and other ones is just like excuses, Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it makes a
Was
lot
it
of sense.
was that all of the podcast stuff that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
I did the
So
statistics and then my own time on top of like finishing the statistics. I did
nice.
the health research, but I was thinking, um, I tend to do it, but not that often. Like sometimes I forget. Like let's say I'm like fucking um I'm like in a day, right? Like I'm working, I'm like sitting down, and then every like for example 2 hours or 2 hours and a half, I will like just stand up, like move for like 2 3 minutes, stretch out, and sit down. But sometimes I forget
Oh,
to do it, and I end up doing it for like and I don't end up doing it for like a day, or like I end up doing it once and then twice, and I don't end up doing it again. I was thinking if we experiment with that, um, shall I do it like every like 2 hours, or like or I was thinking more like I use a random number generator, right? And if it lands on one, it's like stretch day, and I do it every like 2 hours. And if it's not stretch day, I don't do it at all. Or what do you think?
yeah, yeah, something like that. But I really wanted to like actually get back to something. So
Okay.
so I just suddenly wanted to like ask
Yeah.
some interesting questions that I suddenly developed a huge interest in. So like, how long did you know those two guys? Like like in total, like from when you
Mm,
met them until they died.
mm, one of them, like 2 years and a half, almost like 3 years. Yeah.
Is that the chubby one or
The
the
the the
smoking
the
one?
the chubby one, and the other one like kind of like year and a half, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, you have like some real fucking long term relationships there.
Yeah. No, I think almost like 2 years. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I have to get to like fucking 5 years to break that fucking statistic.
What do you mean? I still know other people that I known from those times. Like I don't talk to them as much. Like probably once in a while, once in every
Yeah.
like I don't know, maybe a week or something like that. but
So
I still
so
know
so the
them.
which one was first, the chubby one or the smoky one?
Chubby and then the smoking one.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it was like the first one like 2.5, 3 years, and second one was like a year and a half,
Yeah, yeah,
2 years.
yeah,
Gotcha. So like okay, I had another question. I had a follow-up question.
yep.
Trying to remember. Um, do you think like they're like during that time? Do you think like their health like, or did you notice or anything like that, like their health like improving or going down, or like neutral, or you just
Mm,
didn't notice anything?
how can I explain it to you? I mean, uh,